One of my favorite things is when players do things that is completely left field from what you were anticipating. I had an adventure set up where essentially players are going to be going into this floor of this dungeon, and it was set up to look like the town that they usually go to, but it's in a very dilapidated state. It's almost like this gray scale has been placed over it. Well, the town had been hit with a nuclear missile, just like far off to the distance. The shockwave came in, destroyed a lot of the town, what was left remaining, and the players are getting pulled into illusions from this demigod of corruption and then slowly getting radiation sickness. Pretty rough adventure, right? So I had the plans that the players were going to go in there, they're going to be pulling each other out of the illusions, trying to work together, and eventually go to fight this demigod. Well, that's not what happened, and that's okay, because what they did was 10 times better. Instead, they were just like slowly, one by one, falling to these illusions, and the players were like, well, I don't know, I don't really want to traumatize them, because like they're sitting there with their family having a nice meal, and I have to be the one to go in and like kill the monsters pretending to be their family. That's going to mess with them, so I'll just leave them the illusion for now. So slowly, the party of 4 was getting down, until it's just one player left. They go to the missile that is like absolutely fallen apart into little pieces. This demigod of corruption is moving around it, and then they have to speak to this being and be like, hey, how's it going? Can you free my friends, please? And they ended up having to make a pact with this demigod. I wasn't anticipating this. This was supposed to be a boss battle. Fantastic stuff. So they end up making a pact, flying around, freeing their friends, but then it ends up causing all the monsters in the area to go berserk. This green gas is coming in to try to like take everybody out. It is chaos. And then when I'm like, okay, this demigod's like, hey, I'll help you get out of this floor of the dungeon. You can take all the people with you, but everybody else on this floor of the dungeon, because there was a lot of people there, they're doomed. And I expected the group to be like, damn, that sucks, but we're really low on time, we're low on HP, and we're all like with a bunch of negatives going on. I guess we'll just go with it. No! They dropped a fireball on themselves and decided it's time to go toe-to-toe with this demigod while we're all suffering from radiation poisoning, we're all low on hit points, and the demigod has this weird pact magic going on the monk. So, fantastic stuff. What I want to say is, when you're a GM, you're going to make these dungeons, you're going to make these arcs, you're going to make these adventures, and you're going to be like, this is pretty clear cut, this makes sense, this is probably how the players will go through it. And 95% of the time, they will not touch that happy path that you've set up. And 95% of the time, it's way better.